The rules about money you were taught are real. Save more, spend less, work harder. Following all of it faithfully, while someone seemingly less disciplined builds 10 times more. And it all comes back to 7 rules, nobody included in the version you know. Picture this. It's 1995, you're 14. Your parents hand you your first paycheck from a summer job and explain the rules. Save 10%, don't go into debt, spend less than you earn. The rules make sense. The world is orderly. Financial security is a straightforward equation. Input hard work, output stability. You file the rules away and carry them into adulthood like a blueprint. Now flash forward to 2015, same person, 34. You followed the blueprint perfectly. Decent income, minimal debt, solid savings rate. Then your college friend, who you know earns less, buys a second rental property and mentions his investment portfolio is at $400,000. You've been playing the same game on a different board, and nobody told you. The rules you were taught aren't wrong, they're just incomplete, and the missing half is where all the wealth actually goes. Here's the first weird thing about how wealthy people treat income. They don't save what's left over after spending. They invest first, then live on what's left. The standard advice, save what you can, produces almost no one with real wealth. Sequence matters more than amount. J.P. Morgan's 2023 Wealth Management Report found households that automatically invested before spending had median investment balances 147% higher than households saving from leftover income. Sandra, 2019, auto-invested $400 on payday before any bill was paid. 3 years later, she'd saved more than in the previous 8 years combined. It's not income, it's sequencing. Here's something that confuses high earners when they first hear it. Wealth isn't built by earning more. It's built by owning things that grow. A doctor earning $400,000 with no investments has less wealth than a teacher who owns index funds and a rental. Income stops, assets don't. The Federal Reserve's 2023 Survey of Consumer Finances found the top 1% hold 38% of U.S. wealth, driven by asset ownership, not salary. Mark, 2020. Pay cut to buy a duplex, rented the other unit, net worth doubled in 4 years. We'll get to how he used debt to do it in a moment. It's not earnings, it's ownership. Here's a stat that surprises people when they see it. Wealthy people don't just earn more, they keep more. The tax code has legal methods most employees never touch. Roth 1RAs, HSAs, tax loss, harvesting, depreciation. High earners who ignore these pay the same effective rate as middle-class families. IRS Statistics of Income 2022. Data shows the top 0.1% paid an average effective tax rate of 22.3%, comparable to many households earning $80,000 who don't optimize. Lisa, 2021. Discovered HSA investing and tax loss harvesting, reduced her effective rate from 26% to 19% without earning a dollar more. It's not cheating, it's using the code as written. Let's talk about the rule that sounds most backwards. Wealthy people use debt, not to buy cars and vacations, but to buy assets that produce income. A rental property mortgage is a tool. A business loan generating $3 for every $1 borrowed is a tool. Avoiding all debt is its own financial damage. A 2022 National Bureau of Economic Research study found strategic leverage, borrowing to invest in income-producing assets, accounts for 43% of wealth accumulation in the top quartile. This is how Mark doubled his net worth. He borrowed to buy a duplex and the tenant paid the mortgage. It's not recklessness, it's leverage applied precisely. But here's the twist. The highest return investment most people skip. Wealthy people invest in skills and relationships as seriously as they invest in stocks. Human capital compounds fast. A $2,000 course that adds $30,000 in annual income produces a 1,400% year-one return. No index fund does that. Harvard economist Claudia Golden's 2023 research found human capital investment, skills and education, accounts for roughly 75% of total wealth creation in modern economies. Kevin, 2018, spent $3,000 on a data analytics certification, got promoted. Income jumped $22,000. He made $22,000 back in year one on a $3,000 input. It's not self-improvement. It's the highest yield asset class available to anyone. Here's the one thing nobody says about why most people stay stuck. It's not bad luck. It's time horizon. Wealthy people think in decades. Everyone else thinks in months. The question isn't, how much can I make this year? It's, what will I own in 20 years? Tom, 2015, sold his index fund during a correction, missed the 38% recovery. His brother held through. 10 years later, the gap was $74,000. It's not patience. It's the refusal to play the short game. Every rule in this video points at the same thing. The wealthy aren't playing a different game. They're playing it with a different rule book. One where you pay yourself first, own, rather than earn, optimize taxes, use debt as a tool, invest in yourself, and think across decades rather than months. The gap between you and financial freedom probably isn't income. Drop a comment. Which of these 7 rules hit you hardest? Subscribe. Every week we unpack the rules that actually build wealth, one at a time.